morning. It's Friday, the 26th of January, 2018. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom Talk. A whole month now. A whole month since Boxing Day. Yes. Have you lost the weight yet? I bet you haven't. Oh, I bought 2 new gadgets, boys and girls. 2 new gadgets. I bought myself a brand new... I didn't bring them up here to show you, actually. A brand new set of Accurist... I think they were Accurist. I think that was the make. Accurist scales. You know, like digital ones, what you stand on. It's like a glass top. I wish I'd have bought them upstairs. Never mind, I'll show them to you another day. New set of scales, which I've just weighed on now. It says 11 stone 8, which is way below what I set my target. And I can't believe I've lost 4 pounds since Tuesday at the Slimming World weigh-in. But I did weigh myself this morning. It said 12 stone 8. Last night it said 11 stone 8. Last night it said just over 12 stone, so I'm trying to work out what happens here. Anyway, I'll keep an eye on those. But this is I'm ready to... Are you ready to see this new gadget I've bought? You're going to want one of these. Maybe I'll show it to you in a moment. Let's just read a couple of your messages out and I'll show you what my thing is. I've also got a very, very short film of our afternoon tea. We did another afternoon tea yesterday, so let me just read some of your bits and pieces out. Good morning to... Simon, good morning, Simon Gilman, who says, "Hi Chris, when are you and Ronnie going to do the next game show?" I never know. I never know. Because often Ronnie says he'll be here and then something happens and he can't get here or whatever, or changes his mind at the last minute. So I never really know. I had an idea in my head we'd do it every Tuesday night, but that hasn't worked out, unfortunately. So I never know. They appear, you know, as and when, really, to be honest, Simon. And next time, you should get it on all the platforms, the YouTube, all of them, okay? Because I've found a little thing in the in here, and instead of sending it just to Facebook Live, it should be able to send to all the little platforms, exactly the same as this little morning show is on. All right, Simon? So fingers crossed. Good morning to Anne, who says, "Do you really want to test the countdown, Christopher?" Well, it wasn't being tested, that was it, the countdown. And the reason for the countdown, I've said many times before, is it gives me 5 minutes for you to say, oh, there's something about to happen, rather than miss the bit at the beginning, you see. If we were scheduled, like, I don't know, news at 10, and it was 10 o'clock every morning, wouldn't need to do that. You just have like a little 30-second thing at the beginning saying what it is, you know, and little pictures and probably a flag or something like that. That's all we'd need. But because it's at random times, that's why there's the 5-minute countdown. Netflix, incidentally, I heard a while ago, Netflix are trying to do away with credits. You know, at the beginning, certainly at the beginning, don't know so much about the end, but they're trying to do away with the bit at the beginning, you know, the opening to TV shows. And we all have, even like short little cartoons like Tom and Jerry, they have it, you know. Netflix, I think, were talking about just going straight into the programme. They've certainly done it with Dynasty. Yeah, that dreadful remake of Dynasty they've got running at the moment. And it is awful, but you'll get hooked in. I'm hooked in. I've watched every one of them. At the moment, I don't know if anyone's watching Dynasty, but the daughter, Fallon, she's a really rich girl. Incidentally, something for the girls coming up in the show today. Something you may or may not want. It is a bit rude. I'll tell you now, it is a little bit rude what's coming up a little bit later on, all right, boys and girls? So hang around for that. You may or may not want to buy one, ladies. Indeed, some of the fellas as well. Let's not be sexist. Let's not direct the whole show at the ladies. Oh, no. We must appeal to everyone, boys and girls. I'm not desperate to appeal to someone. I really am. So that's coming up on the show later. So that's what the countdown is. But I don't know. I mean, to turn on, I don't know, let's say EastEnders, without that bit at the beginning, you know, with a map and it's swinging round and zooming in on the East End. Could it do without that? It wouldn't be the same, would it? I think it would be very sad to get rid of that little bit at the beginning of the programme, the opening credits. I really do. But Dynasty, they've done it on Dynasty. They have. Honestly, you click on it, you know, on Netflix, you select your episodes, you click on it, it just starts. And then about 5 to 10 minutes after it started, it goes bang, and the big sign Dynasty comes up, and that's it, like 5 seconds. They've actually done away with the opening credits on Dynasty, on the new remake of Dynasty. It is awful. The acting's not very good and all that. Fallon, at the moment, has been kidnapped and has got tape round her mouth and she's on the floor. Oh, it's hilarious. It's so badly done. It's hilarious. Good morning to Luke Bickers, who says good morning this morning. Gary Butler on Periscope. Well, that's a first. Good morning, Gary. You'll find a load of stuff on Periscope, Gary. I think you're new on Periscope, aren't you? Hey, you'll enjoy that. Loads and loads of stuff on there. The stuff at night is a bit much, really. Like, it just tends to be young people on there, a bit like a meat market, to be honest. It is. Young people on there going like that, you know, oh, hi, and there's someone to text them, oh, you're really hot. Oh, thanks. And that's all it is. But there is some good stuff on Periscope. There's an older lady who's on there, and she sets up, and actually a young, good-looking lad. I say young, he's probably about 32, mixed race lad on there, who, not that that makes any difference. There is a young 32-ish lad on there, and he put him, these are two separate things on Periscope, him and the elder lady, they set up their camera next to a piano, and then people, and they're both very good, proper pianists. They both ask for requests, and people say, hello, welcome to my show. What would you like me to play tonight? And someone says, oh, could you play Green Sleeves, please? Yep, okay. And the bloke starts playing, and it's very relaxing. And both of them are really good. He's quite laid back. Takes things very easy, whereas she likes a little bit of a chat in between. They're very, very, very different, but both very good. So there's a couple of things there on Periscope. I find the American Periscopes much more interesting than the English ones. You get all sorts on there. People doing cookery shows and everything. And isn't it wonderful? It's just wonderful to be able to... You literally have your own TV station in a phone. I mean, this is an iPhone, but you can do it with the Androids as well. And most other modern smartphones, I guess you can do your own little shows on and things like that. I just think it's blooming marvellous how you can do all this. It really is. I've got a little bit more of a setup in here, but basically, you know, that anyone could do this. You've got 3 cameras. I've got 3 little webcams. They're only webcams. That's all they are. Webcams in here. HD webcams. Good morning to S. Gregorian. Welcome to you, sir. Hope you're well. N, don't worry about you're never rude, darling. No one's rude. If anyone's rude, they get deleted immediately. I can't have my millions of viewers all over the world upset by rude words. Although I'm doing something which could be classed as a little bit rude later. It could be classed. Maybe not. Maybe that's just an adult thing to talk about. You know, I don't do anything rude, never in a million years. Never in a million years. Good morning, Darren, who's watching on YouTube today. God, you've got all the platforms on that little phone, haven't you, Darren? Hey? I bet you've got several phones all playing at different things, aren't you? You know, one's doing Periscope, one's doing Facebook Live. TV monitors all over the wall. God, dear, you're almost like a TV producer. You really are, lovely. What was the official Tom and Jerry tune you just sung? Da 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 and then into the show. Tom and Jerry theme tune. I can do them all. What would you like next? Blue Peter? What about rhubarb and custard? Or maybe Camberwick Green. Dun 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 dun. Any others? Any other requests for children's TV things for me to sing today? Paul's just come back from the Dorchester at the latest touching up party. Nice one, Paul. I couldn't make it last night, unfortunately. The latest touching up party. When's the next one? I'll see if I've got time for it. Can they do it on a Tuesday night? Because I'm not doing anything on Tuesday nights at the moment. Touching up parties each and every week at the Dorchester Hotel. We can't wait, dear. We can't wait. Oh, what are they all moaning about? Was anyone dragged, kicking and screaming into the Dorchester Hotel? I don't want to go. Yes, you're coming in to be touched up. You're coming in. No. No. People are told to dress in a certain way. Well, you must have known that before you took the damn job. Mustn't you? Does this mean that all the Dreamboys concerts are going to be cancelled? Or all mouse strippers who go to hen parties are going to be cancelled? Is that what you want, ladies? Huh? Got to be the same for one if it's one for the other. Oh, my word. Just a moment, please. An interruption then. Sorry about that. Interruption. Is that what that means? You know, it's got to be the same for everyone. If you're going to cancel these parties at the Dorchester, you need to cancel the one for the ladies as well. It's all the same. Yes, it is. It's exactly the same. So there we are. You need a radio show. Hard to do if the BBC is all we have to work with. I'd love to work on the BBC. I'd love to, but I think I've left it a bit too late in my life, sadly. 55 next month. 55 next month. It really is. Okay, over onto Facebook Live. If you're writing a message, I shall do my best to read them all out. Sometimes I don't get through them all. That's just how it is, okay? Write something interesting and you're guaranteed to have your thing read out. Unless you're sending 10. 10 bits is a bit much. Even I can't get through them. First message of the day goes to Mark Cording. Good morning, Mark. Welcome to the show, Mark. Hope you're well, sir. Will you be making an appearance tonight at the newly decorated Central Station? We've got new wallpaper. We got new flooring. We got new furniture. Same old karaoke host. I am part of the old furniture there, boys and girls. The old furniture. So if you're coming tonight, it's Friday night karaoke tonight at Central Station Bar, Wharfdale Road, King's Cross. Now, while I'm in there, I'm going to just let you know, if you want to touch me, and I've said this before, as I walk around, that's fine. Anywhere. Okay? You can touch me anywhere. I will not be writing to the Daily Mail tomorrow complaining that people have been touching me. I will not be interviewed by that Piers Morgan on, what's it called, TVAM or whatever it is. I will not be interviewed by anything on the telly. I will not be taking you to court in 50 years' time complaining that you've touched my bum. No. Tonight, if you're in Central Station for my karaoke, you want to touch, touch. No holds barred. Anything you want. Just don't squeeze too hard, because I don't like that. That can be quite painful. I won't take you to court. I'm likely to smash you in the mouth, darlings. Smash you in the mouth. So please don't squeeze too hard, but anything you want to touch, as I'm walking past, you have a good touch. Don't worry about it. Go home feeling satisfied, because that's what I'm paid for. And that's what I enjoy as well. Are you ready to see the new gadget? Yeah, I'll show you in a minute. Good morning to Hayley. Morning to Hayley up north. Matthew. Good morning, Matthew, who's awake for one of my worldwide broadcasts. Good morning, Matthew. Funnily enough, you say worldwide broadcast, Matthew. I went to see this film on Tuesday night. You know the Winston Churchill film, Their Darkest Hour. Great film in that. And there's a bit where he goes on, I think it's the first time he's ever done it. He goes into this radio studio, right? And he's sitting there in front of a big microphone. I think there were several microphones. And so, are you ready, Winston? And there's this clock behind him, ticking down to 9 o'clock like that. Well, the clocks never used to go like that. They used to go like that. You don't get many clocks going like that anymore. They all go like that, don't they? I've got one in front of me there. It goes like that. I've got one electric one downstairs. Oh, no, I have got one battery one downstairs that goes like that. God, that gets through so many batteries, about 4 a year. Whereas the one that goes like that gets through about one every year and a half. I've got several clocks downstairs. And I've got an electric one. I've got an old electric clock. That's got a sweep hand like that. I might put that up, actually. But it's got a wire. It has to be plugged in. Anyway, so this clock's going around. Are you ready, Winston? Are you ready? And he's going, shut up! He tells the producer to shut up. And it gets to 9 o'clock and this red light comes on. And everything is silent. And he sits there for about 10, 15 seconds in complete silence. And then just starts talking. And I thought, And and then there's another man in another room with all sorts of knobs and dials and things and valves that are burning brightly and like noises, like noises like that. And he starts talking. And that was just to the UK. And isn't it fantastic how I can sit in here in the room when he had all those people working on it. I'm completely on my own here. There's no one else working on this. I've just turned on a couple of computers, a webcam, a few lights, built a little bit of a thing behind me, and all I do with a few clicks of my mouse is speak to the entire world. I mean, I just think that's fantastic, Matthew. How any of us can do that now. And you don't even need this. You can do it on here. I can just do like that. And suddenly, I can talk to the world. On many different platforms. I just think it's totally and utterly amazing. This thought came to me when that little red light came on and the actor characterising Winston Churchill was doing on that film. Just marvellous how we can do all that. Yes, I'm looking forward to having a meal soon with you and the boys. Matthew Joplin, who's sending that message there. He used to come to my nights when I DJ'd at Heaven. I was a Heaven DJ once. Heaven in London, yes. In the pop room upstairs. He used to come out to there with some of his friends. And we've met up once since. And it was like it's more than 10 years ago now. And we've met up once since. And we're going to do that again. So very much looking forward to that. And of course, all these people are now in their 30s. And all are doing quite well. All of them. I don't think there's anyone that hasn't sort of got somewhere. So that's just fantastic. Good morning, Matthew. Mark says your intro always reminds me of Some Mothers Do Have 'Em. Oh yeah, that tune. That one, is it? Yeah, but I'm not strange like him, am I? Oh, okay. Good morning to Diane Horanhill. Good morning, Diane. I hope you're well this morning. Diane posted a film last night, and we've seen this happen a couple of times now on television programs like Panorama and things like that. Da-da-da-da-da. No, that's not Panorama. Can't remember the Panorama tune. Anyway, she posted a video last night of a woman who secretly put a camera in her elderly mother's house to film what happened when, like, not social services, one of those help people came round. You know them ones what come and do the shopping and all that. What are they called? Home helps? Home helps to do that. And this home help started slapping her about. She started slapping her about. This is the woman's mother. Now, the woman was watching live on a webcam, because you can do this now. You can do this now. You can buy little cameras. They're not some of them are expensive, some of them are cheap. You can buy a little camera and you set it up wherever in your house or outside. I've got one outside. I've got a couple outside my house. And at any time, I can log in and see live what's happening on that camera. Anyway, so she set up a little camera in her mother's house to see what was going on when the home help come round. And home help was slapping her around the face and telling her that she stank. Well, they got the police involved. Are you ready for this? Who gave the woman a warning. Gave the woman a warning. Disgusting. How can you do that to elderly people? If you don't want the job, don't bloody well do it. Just dreadful, dreadful people. So I hope something terrible happens to that woman who abused the elderly woman. It's disgusting. And we've seen this so many times on the telly, on various news programmes on the telly, where someone else has set up a webcam or a little phone or something, hidden behind a clock or whatever, or a plant. And they catch the very person paid all right? Not much money, okay? Paid to go and help that elderly person, and they end up slapping them about. What the hell is all that about, eh? I don't get it. Why would you want to do that to someone? So I did see that little video last night, Diane. I have reposted that on my Facebook wall. If you want to have a look at that, feel free to comment. No holds barred. You know, if the language gets a bit blue on something like that, I perfectly understand. I only remove comments that may be offensive, nasty comments that may be directed towards me sometimes or towards anyone else. They're the only ones I remove. You know, if it's within contexts, I leave them. Everyone has the right to say something, don't they? All right? Thank you, Diane. Good morning to you. Good morning to Diane Jebb as well, who's with us earlier this morning. It's the year of the woman, says Diane. Yes, it is, darling. Are you hoping to become one at some point? You're not allowed to say woman. That is offensive to people who don't want to be classed as women. Gender neutral, dear. Gender neutral. Load of old crap. Dear me. Good morning to Mohidul. What kind of topics are you talking? Hang around and you'll find out. Mohidul, I think it is, Islam. Good morning to you, sir. It's just a little bit of fun. That's all it is. Good morning to Tim Ryan. That's my cousin, Tim Ryan. Tim, Vince, Annie and Joe are with us this morning as well. Gosh, that's so exciting. Everyone's here. See what I mean? Now, they're in Australia. Just by clicking a couple of buttons. It's just fantastic how we can all do this now. What about Captain Pugwash? Good morning. Well, you're all here this morning. It's another cousin, Susan Hayes. Captain Pugwash, you ready? We love Captain Pugwash. I love it. Good morning, John True. Camberwick Green is a classic. It certainly is. Trumpton as well. Yes, Camberwick Green, Trumpton. There's another one. There were three of them. Chigley was the other one. Camberwick Green, there was Trumpton, and I gather Chigley was in between the two. If you were on a map, I don't know how they worked that out, because we never saw the map, did we? We never saw a map with Camberwick Green. What's the other one? Trumpton and Chigley. Trumpton was my favourite. That was the one with the firemen. Pew, Pew, Barney McGrew, Tough Bert, Billy and Grub. And it was a little fire engine, wasn't it? With the bell ringing. Shall I do it? Da 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 ding 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 da 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 ding 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 da 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 ding ding ding. Yes, we love it. Trumpton with a fire engine and Windy Miller, who looked after the windmill. Oh, we loved it. What time was that on the telly? About 1:45 in the afternoon, if I remember, 1970s and 1980s, to be replaced by Teletubbies. Oh, do us a favour. Teletubbies. Well, that was a good thing to show our children that it's all right to be that fat. Half of them are dead now through diabetes because they watched that programme. Yeah, let's keep eating. The Teletubbies are fat. Bad on you, BBC. Bad on you, BBC. Good morning to Simon Gilman. Do you know the Noddy theme tune? No, I don't remember watching Noddy, to be honest. Don't remember watching Noddy. Hello to Steve, Christopher Murray. Good morning to you, sir. Let's have a look there. Is it Australia Day? Australia. Happy Invasion Day. Isn't that where we came and took over your country, Tim? Is it Invasion Day today? Invasion Day in Australia. Well, they don't allow that anymore. Anyone who tries to get off their boat, they just push them back again now. Good morning to Guillermo. Tim's been drinking all afternoon. There's nothing on the telly. I know, that's why you've got me on, isn't it? I have to say, I love everything about Australia. If I was to offered a job there, doing something like this, which is unlikely because there's a lot of people doing it over there, then I'd probably go. But the television is dire. It's not what's on, it's how it's done. It's just, I find the television in Australia just dreadful. Mind you, the television in America is dreadful as well. The way the adverts are flying at you all the time. Sell, sell, sell. Are you ready to see what gadget I've bought? John says, what makes me laugh is the fact that apparently the Teletubbies have kids now. Oh, is that why they were so fat? They were all pregnant. Pregnant Teletubbies. That could be a whole new programme, couldn't it? The Pregnant Teletubbies. Paul says, always wanted Windy Miller to be hit one by one of those windmill blades. I liked Windy Miller. No, it wasn't Chigglypuff. Just Chiggly. It's just Chiggly. Good morning to How To this morning. What about Love Boat? Well, Love Boat, that wasn't a children's programme, was it? The Love Boat. La, da, 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 with that little, very small person on there. What was his name? He's quite a famous actor, wasn't he? The Love Boat. The Love Boat. La, da, 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 da. Thank you, those of you that are taking the time and trouble to share the show to your walls this morning. That's very kind of you as well. Very, very kind of you. Right, here's my new gadget. Look at this. Know what this is? This is a new torture device that I've purchased. Okay? When people start pissing me off at karaoke, for example, those that changed the minds at the last minute. Oh, can I change my song? Can I change my song? Can I? No, you can't. So what happens is that people put 5 songs in and then want to keep changing them all the time. And they keep coming up. If this carries on, I shall take 1 song at a time and be done with it. They give you lists. 5 songs on there. I only take a maximum of about 5 from anyone. That's the most I'll ever take from it. Other people, they keep chucking them in and they want to change their songs, and it is a blooming pain in the arse. No song changes. In future, if you change your song, you will be brought up to the stage and your head will be placed in this and it will be secreted through these small openings here. This is my new gadget. Look at this. Now, I will be doing... I haven't shown you the video yet, have I? From afternoon tea. Sorry, I haven't done that yet. It's fallen apart. So what this is a chip maker. Oh, yes. Now, you know I like the Slimmers World chips, okay? But it involves carefully cutting with a knife, and you never get them all the same size, do you? Chips. You never, don't matter how careful you are with that knife, you don't get them the same size. Well, check this out. Look at this. So you put the potato in there. And then yeah, look, that's not going to fall out now. And then you gradually push it, pushes the potato through the little things. Watch. Yeah. And then out that end comes loads of little chips. How fantastic is that? And you get 2 different cutting sides. That's the thick one, because we do like thick chips. We don't like those namby-pamby, blooming McDonald's or Kentucky fried chips where they're so thin. They're like toothpicks. They're like toothpicks, those potatoes, aren't they? No, they're not like that. We want nice, big, thick ones, don't we, girls? We want thick ones. We don't want those nasty little weedy thin things that don't even touch the sides. What can you do with something that's long and thin? Nothing is the answer. Unless you want a kidney removed or something like that. No, you need big, thick ones so that they can actually touch the sides as they go in. Here we go. Look, there we are. Look at that. Now, remember, are you one of my karaoke singers who changes their songs? If you do that tonight, you're going in this. Your hand will be placed in this on the stage and it will be secreted through the holes at the end, and there'll be bits of hand all over the floor, and then you won't be able to fill in any more karaoke forms where you want to change the songs. And that's it. Okay? New gadget. Isn't it lovely? Look at this. Oh, it's all new. Nice new piece of plastic. That when I finish using that'll go in the ground and it will be still there 10,000 years later, damaging and polluting the earth. Thank you very much. Have anyone got one of those? Do you use them? You want to see it again? Tim, phone lines are not open, I'm afraid. Phone lines are not open this morning. Sorry to disappoint you, Tim. No phone lines open. You going to put one in here? Yeah, you want to put one in there, don't you? Yes. Good. Let's have a look. Good. So that's that. Right, I've got a little bit of a film now to show you, boys and girls. Yesterday, after I spoke to you yesterday, went to the swimming pool, which was, that was over busy yesterday. The water aerobics people had 3/4 of the pool yesterday. 3/4 of the pool they took up yesterday. God's sake, there was me and one other lady in like a single lane. But we was okay. It was all right. We managed to get past each other okay. And you can do that. If people respect each other in the swimming pool, then that works. I never forget, actually, while Tim's there, I'll tell you, Tim, I was at the Captain Cook swimming pool a few years ago. And I was in the middle section. So you got very fast swimmers. And in Australia, they can swim. They know how to swim. The fast lane is very busy. Very busy. And if you don't keep up, oh, God, they don't get out of the way, mate. That's it. There's a slow lane, which is quite slow, and there's a medium one, so I thought I'd be all right for the medium lane. And I'm kind of keeping up, except for some old bag that's behind me and keeps touching my foot. And when I got to the end, she was waiting for me. This cow was waiting for me. She's like, do you think you should be in the slow lane? Like that, in that Australian accent. But you know, the Australian ladies, when they speak, the end of the sentence goes up instead of down. Now, I've mentioned this before. As you can hear me now, generally, when I finish a sentence, it goes down. Yeah? In Australia, a lot of the ladies, I don't know why this is, but it goes up. So everything that they say to you as an Englishman sounds like a question. You know, so I wonder what time. And a very warm welcome and welcome to the show. Hello, my name's Chris Reardon. And it sounds like a question. Anyway, so this old bag says, she says to me, do you think you should be in the slow lane? Like that? I said no. And I just carried on. Of course, you know, once someone's pissed you off like that, you slow down, don't you? You know, I slowed down just enough to keep pissing her off. She didn't say anything more to me. I weren't having none of that, dear. Oh, dear, miserable old bag. But they know how to swim. And if you go in a swimming pool in Australia, they are packed all day. All day, because they're very fit. They're very fit. They got the outdoor life and all that. And it's a nice swimming pool there. So I thought I'd just mention that. Good morning to Sharon. Good morning, Sharon. No, we haven't got phone lines open today. I'm not ready to do that this morning, sis. It's not a family show. We have to appeal to everyone, dear. It's not a cousins and sisters show this morning. What are you having a laugh, love? Huh? Right, let's play this video then. So after swimming yesterday, went out to afternoon tea with Ron. That it's a very, very short. This is only about a minute and a half, 2 minutes long. So have a look at this, our little trip yesterday out to Richmond Hill Hotel for afternoon tea. And we've come this afternoon to Richmond for afternoon tea. First, a little log around the town centre. And it is just a very short film, boys and girls. There we are. Every good place has its very own Waitrose. But we weren't very impressed in there. No, not very helpful in there at all. This is a road leading down from Waitrose. The one-way system there. Arriving at the Richmond Hill Hotel at the top of the Richmond Hill. That's just us outside there. All ready for our afternoon tea. And we were the only ones in there. There are two people hiding behind that pillar in the middle there. Oh, who's that?
Always managed to look up at the right moment.
Always appearing at the right moment. Look at that. Ah, standing by. It was only me who had the little glass of champagne. Doesn't that look pretty there, bubbling away? What would happen if you put a goldfish in there? Would he get drunk? Lovely cups and saucers. There's the food we had. He's waiting to eat it. That's why he looks so unhappy. And they even gave us a little box to take away bits and pieces that we couldn't eat there. That's the view from over the road. Check this out and wait for the beautiful sunset that you'll see just over coming up in the left-hand corner. Stunning views over Richmond Hill. There we are. That was our afternoon tea. I told you it was a very, very short video we did for the show yesterday. I just couldn't get into the video in yesterday for some reason. I don't know why that is. That was a long gap there between when I stopped that and you saw me again, wasn't it? So that was it. Yeah, and a very nice afternoon it was indeed too. But very, very cold yesterday. Oh, we need a bit of sunshine. You can send some of that Australian weather over here now, please. Right, finally on the show today. Finally on the show, something for the ladies possibly to buy. Now, this is a little bit rude. Children, you might not want to hear this if you've got children watching or anything like that. So I'll read that in just a second. I'll give you a chance to perhaps turn it down or put a pair of headphones on or something like that. It's not swearing or anything like that, or not, not explicit. I don't do that ever on here, ever. But you might consider it a little bit rude. Your birthdays, if it's your birthday, that's coming up very, very shortly, boys and girls. I shall read out this morning's birthday. But this morning, In this morning's Super Soaraway Daily Sun, here we go. A highlighter, you know what a highlighter is, okay? There is now a highlighter designed especially for ladies' private parts, is officially being released in the UK in March. Isn't that exciting, girls? And that's not the only Never Region beauty product in the range. The Perfect Shades of V range will launch in posh London department store Harvey Nichols in March, along with 7 other products for down there. You know, down there, girls. Highlighters for cheekbones have become a cult beauty buy over the last few years. Instagram is full of shiny-faced women showing off their latest glow. But it seems faces aren't the only areas that could do with a little razzle-dazzle. And perhaps, fellas, here's an idea for something for you to buy the ladies in your life. Or the men. Or the whoever. Perhaps your cat could do with a little bit of highlighting in those areas, could it? Instagram is full of shiny-faced women showing off their latest glow. But it seems faces aren't the only area that could do with a little razzle-dazzle if a new Scandinavian beauty product is anything to go by. The Perfect Shades of V, Very V Luminizer, is a special highlighting cream with skincare benefits designed to highlight, soften and illuminate a lady's privates and give her a luminous heightened glow to the V area. As well as, and it's not dear, not in comparison with some of these face creams that you buy, unless of course you get the stuff from Aldi, which I gather is just as good. As well as the £39 highlighter, there's a £23 beauty mist. Well, I shall need a few bottles of that on me, won't I? Eh? Dear me. £31 exfoliator and a VV cream, which is like a BB cream, but for down there and beauty shit. What's a BB cream? What's BB? That means something completely different in the gay world. I don't know what it means here. The range, which is the brainchild... What was that? The range, which is the brainchild of a New Yorker living in Copenhagen, wonderful, wonderful Copenhagen, was inspired by the carefree confidence that embodies Scandinavian women. The creator said the collection is totally different to what is out there today. We developed the line as a lifestyle brand, taking care of pampering the V, not simply addressing problems and offering a specific solution. We provide a different experience for women that is a skincare regime, much like any other brands offer for the face. So there we go, girls. Something new coming out for you. How would you like that? How would you like that? Tim says, what about your boy bits? Exactly. This is a sexist thing that they're bringing out. Sexist. Where's the men's one? Presumably I could turn around and... I don't think I'll be able to do it myself, you know. But I can get someone else to do it for me, Tim. Although it's been quite a while, to be honest. Thank you very much. There we are. Let's have a look. Ray Reynolds says, I'm the highlight of the week. Really? Richard, who's also in Australia, says, I can take the sun. I might well do that. I might well do that as well. Shall we do one more story this morning? Now, let's have a look here. Oh, hang on a minute. I did have that there. Now, if you're going to France, if you're a big fan of Nutella, look at this. In this morning's Daily Mirror, there were chaotic scenes on Friday in French supermarkets. Yesterday. In French supermarkets when they're offering a 70% discount on Nutella. What's all that about? It can't be that dear that you want to start smashing people over the head for it in supermarkets. French media reports said shoppers were behaving like animals, and sales sparked riots in stores. The hysteria was even captured on camera and isn't unlike the scenes captured on Black Friday over jars of Nutella Oh, come on, bonsoir, comment ça va? Ouvrez la fenêtre. Just a little bit of French for our foreign-speaking viewers this morning. A woman had her hair pulled, an elderly lady took a box on her head, and another had a bloody hand. It was horrible. But the manager said there was no violence in the shop and added 600 pots were sold in just 5 minutes. What do you mean no violence in the shop? They just told you that people have been banged over the head for a jar of Nutella. The scramble to the shops was sparked when the Intermarché slashed the usual price of the jars from €4.50 to just €1.40. Some stores even had to limit the amount of spread each customer could buy. 3 and others sold out in 15 minutes. Oh, how mad that is, isn't it? Are you seen people fighting for televisions and all? I mean, what has it come to when you're fighting for a jar of Nutella, dear? Nutella on boy bits. You could try that, Tim. Why don't you try that tonight with your wife and let us know how it goes? All right? Okay, over on Periscope. Thank you very much, En, for your nice comments this morning. Paul says Bagpuss was a lazy sod. I don't remember I wasn't a fan of Bagpuss. It just used to sit there, didn't it? Bagpuss. Just used to sit there and do nothing, really. And Grange Hill was good. The Grange Hill music. Grange Hill music. Because they changed the Grange Hill music, didn't they? I preferred the original bit. I preferred the original Grange Hill music. Can't remember what the other one was. So there we are. All right, let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls. It's birthday time. Here we go. Happy birthday this morning to Mark Smith, who's 34 years old today. Good morning, Mark. Having a little kiss with your lady there. Happy birthday to Mark. Happy birthday today to Perry Sutton, 54 years old. Oh, you're a little bit behind me, Perry. Almost just under a year behind me. Happy birthday, Perry. Used to be the doorman at the Two Brewers in Clapham back in the 1980s. That was the first proper bar I went to, really, there. Happy birthday, Perry. Aja Kelly is 31 years old today. Happy birthday, AJ. Buffy Sheena is 30 years old today. Happy birthday, Buffy. Richard Davis today, 49 years old. Happy birthday, Richard. Who's asking people to fundraise. I've seen this done a few times now on people's birthdays. They put a little charity thing up there and they say, for my birthday, would you donate something to the charity of my choice, which is on Facebook. And he's raised £115 of £150 so far for the Stand Up to Cancer charity. So good on you, Richard. Happy birthday to you. And Stephen Biles is 38 years old today. A year since I saw you, Stephen. So happy birthday to you as well. Let us sing the song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right. Happy birthday, boys and girls. It's Friday night tonight, so join us at Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross. A little show. We're back tonight, and it's all been decorated. We got new wallpaper, everything very, very nice. New floor, new furniture. It's all there. Central Station karaoke tonight from 8:30 right the way through until midnight. Have a lovely Friday. I'm off to the swimming pool now. Nice to talk to you, and I'll see you again very soon. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye bye now.